Do you want another question?
I do. I really do.
All right. I hate that I always have one that I didn't read the username beforehand, and I love this.
So bad.
And I love the username every time I see it. All right. Okay, this question comes from.
What is wrong with you? Say it.
Okay, this question comes from Water Horse Catheter.
We haven't even started the question.
I know.
Thank you, Water Horse Catheter.
All right, the question is.
The question's not even gonna be funny. It's just gonna be the name. You just wanted to say that. I mean, I did too, but
What in God's good name is my fucking stomach so loud for? And the question, there's context, and it says, and when I say stomach, I mean digestive tract. Constantly rumbling and squelching 24/7. In a quiet room, squelch. At a restaurant, squelch. Sleeping in my room at night, fucking squelch. And it's non-stop too. I've tried eating healthier. I've tried cutting back on certain things. I've tried staying more hydrated. I've even tried doing that whole stick your gut out like a beer gut thing, and nothing works. It's so incredibly distracting.
Thing?
I don't think it is. It's so incredibly distracting and embarrassing, and since I've convinced everyone else can hear it, what do I do to stop this nonsense? There's one comment. There's one comment that says, "Have you gone to the doctor?"
Zane, have you ever had this happen to you where your
Yeah.
stomach?
Yeah.
Really? When
Absolutely.
you're full, when
Yes.
you're not sick, really?
Absolutely, yeah. Every
But
time
that's
I eat
because you're
fruit.
lactose intolerant.
Every time I eat fruit, that's exactly
Wait, what? Fruit?
Yeah. Fruit every single time. So you know how your stomach gets insanely loud when you haven't eaten all day? And it's
Yes.
just so loud, and you cover it up, and you're just like, I'm in public. Can you please shut the hell up real quick for me?
Do you find that embarrassing?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my god.
Really? Because I think that just me as a person has gotten to the point where whenever I do it, I just look over to the person next to me and say, "Did you hear that? That was awesome." That's usually what I do.
My problem is I'm usually in a lecture, and I'm really hungry, and the lecture just started, and I just like... I don't know anybody around me, and I just want to go eat, but I can't. But now I feel like I'm interrupting something that's already so boring, and I can't do anything about it.
All my classes, we talk in the entire time. And, I mean, I understand it would be a little bit worse if, like, it wasn't a hungry thing. Because usually I look over and be like, man, I sure am hungry. And I sometimes get offered a granola bar or something from a bud. But, like, it would be a little bit different if you just looked over at a person who you've never seen in your life and say, fruit, am I right? You know, because your stomach is rumbling.
When I eat fruit, for some reason, that's when it gets loud. Like, I can feel my stomach grumble when I haven't eaten, but when I've eaten fruit, like bananas, apples, strawberries, berries, all this stuff, yeah, it's just...
Oh, are those fruit? Okay.
Yeah, those are the fruits, yeah, you know them.
I'm glad
you know the essential fruits
fruit
of the day. But yeah, every time I eat berries, that's when my stomach actually gets audible. And that's when it's confusing, because then I'm like, I'm not hungry, so please stop it. Now I don't know what you want. Is it money? Help me. The reason your stomach might be so loud, if you said you've eaten, you've tried cutting back on foods, you say hydrated, and I don't know what this is, you've tried the whole, stick your gut out thing, because that'll quiet it down. I always try and suck mine in when
Really?
my
Does that
stomach's
help
ground. Like I inhale and cross.
Oh yeah, just make mine do the wave to be like, "What? Get it through. Come on."
But
help.
I'm never just like, fine. You want to yell here, and then just like
stick out your stomach.
Stretch out.
Is this what you want?
Is
this what you want?
Everyone looks at you, and you're like, "What are you doing?" It's just like, it won't shut up, and you're just like pointing your stomach straight at them. I think that the reason it's so loud is because you just don't have a good relationship with it. And I
was thinking the same thing. I think
and I don't
at war.
mean like you don't like feed it well or anything like that. I mean just when was the last time you talked to your stomach, huh?
I think it's just complaining. I think this is just a cry for help. I agree.
Yeah, like sure, you know it wants to eat, but you never ask it what it really wants.
Like I get it. Like you just want to give me food, human, but this is from the stomach speaking, of course.
Yeah, of course.
which of course isn't the stomach, and the intestines are upset about that because you always call them stomach, and that's just not its name.
It is important because he did say when I say stomach, I do mean digestive tract.
But how many times he told that to him? He's typed it to ask this question.
Yeah.
But has he actually had a conversation one-on-one with his intestines to say, hey, I know you're intestines and that you're not stomach.
I know you're a stomach, but I also know you're so much more than that.
You mean a lot to me. You go everywhere with me. You're there for me always.
I can't live without you.
My friends, yeah. I can't live without you for the most part. But what do you really desire? What really gets you? What grinds your gears? What are your passions? What do you want to see yourself do before we all just bite the dust, you know?
Yeah. What if your stomach says, I want to be a sword swallower or something? I want to feel what it's like to have a sword inside me, says the stomach.
Says the stomach.
Or
What did your stomach tell you when you had that heart-to-heart, Zane?
When I had that heart-to-heart, I talked to my stomach.
You've had it, right?
Yeah, no, I talk to my stomach bi-weekly. We have good talk sessions.
Every time together and have coffee, yeah.
Every time I order Postmates, every time I order in, I have to have a talk with my stomach on, like, you know what, I just wasn't feeling it. Actually, I think my stomach has talks with me more than I have talks with it, where it's like, hey, what's going on, Zane? What do you really want?
Yeah, I find the times in that I'm single, it's just kind of consoling. And this might help you, question asker, that if you ever feel like you don't really have anybody to talk to, just be like, stomach, what do you want today? Like, exactly. I want what you want. Like, and it's gratifying to ask that to somebody, especially when that someone is so close to you. Just to look at them in the gut and say, what do you want today? As you're, ready to either go to like Jimmy John's or whatever it may be. Yeah, like you said, ordering out food. And just tell me what it is that will make you happy. Today is your day. Assign a birthday to your gut. I think that's a good one.
Yeah.
And then you just have at least one day out of the year that you get to celebrate just it.
Mm-hmm. That's a big one for sure. Mm-hmm. Another thing is you got to keep in mind this stomach knows you like nobody's business. This stomach loves you for who you are on the inside for a very specific reason. This stomach literally knows your mind and knows your heart.
It's a personal relationship with your mind and heart.
You've got to keep in mind, and my stomach's cool with me talking about this. It's not just like a cool thing to know your stomach. You've got to know your stomach. Otherwise, your stomach's going to turn on you because it has connections with your heart and your mind, and it could get some real messed up shit going in your body. Like,
true.
It could really be like, fine, if you're not going to treat me right, then I'm going to tell your heart to start skipping, and then that's not going to be fun for anybody. Yeah, did you not know? Fun fact, a lot of people think the mind is what runs the body. Like, people are like, we can only use 10% of our brains. That's because 90% of our brain is being used by our stomach.
Whoa. Whoa. Wow, can't even trust yourself these days. Wow. Yeah, question asker, I hope that helps.